Thank you. Just into our 7 newsroom, Greenville County deputies are investigating after a woman was shot inside of her apartment. Investigators say it happened around 9:30 tonight on Fleetwood Drive. We're told the woman suffered non-life-threatening injuries and was taken to the hospital. Deputies say the gunfire did not occur at that victim's apartment. We're told they are still actively investigating the scene. Details are limited. There's no word yet on any suspects, but anyone with information is asked to call Crime Stoppers at 864-23-CRIME. A Georgia man is recovering in the hospital after police say he pointed a gun at them. Investigators say it started Thursday afternoon when Livonia police responded to a shooting on Beaver Dam Circle. While searching for suspects, authorities say officers entered a trailer at a different location on Midway Avenue when a separate incident unfolded. Police say 22-year-old Travis Simpson was inside the home armed with a gun. We're told he pointed the gun at police. One officer fired, hitting Simpson at least once. Investigators say Simpson is recovering at the hospital and faces multiple charges. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation says he was not connected to the shooting officers were originally investigating.
On 650, heading out there this morning on your roadways. Check of our drive. This is over toward mile marker 44. If you are headed through Greenville County this morning, anticipate backups to your commute. We finally have some more details. There's a crash at exit 44 north. 2 lanes are closed to drivers, and that is what is creating the delay here. And unfortunately, right before it is where you would, or right after it, excuse me, is where you would hop on to 29. So if your trek is north toward Greenville, you have to budget that extra time or hop on 29 earlier. Same situation for our southbound lanes as you trek through the Spartanburg County area. Right at mile marker 81. We have lanes blocked to drivers here on your screen. This is due to a crash as well. Speeds are slow due to the fact of the weather elements creating a risk out there on our roadways.
A state trooper is in critical condition tonight after he was hit by a car. According to the Lexington County Sheriff's Office, the crash happened around 2 this morning on I-26 in Orangeburg County. State Highway Patrol has not officially released the name of that trooper, but we're told he is in the hospital with life-threatening injuries. Authorities say 45-year-old Anthony Idlet was arrested in connection to that crash and is accused of driving with a suspended license. The investigation is ongoing. Today, friends, family, and community members gathered to honor the life of a Greenville teen who died last weekend. 7 News' Scarlett Lizjak explains why the family is searching for answers.
In the parking lot of Haywood Mall, friends, family, and loved ones of 18-year-old Avius Neal gathered to remember and honor his life.
We grieve today because a life was tragically taken.
According to the Greenville police, last Sunday, Neal was found in the mall parking lot with a gunshot wound. Officers say multiple 911 callers indicated the wound was self-inflicted. We're told the 18-year-old was rushed to Greenville Memorial Hospital where he later died. Neal's mother, Lanice Durham, says she does not believe her son took his own life.
Who goes and buy a birthday outfit, buy something for his friend, his girlfriend, just to come out and commit suicide? I really haven't got any answers for the questions that I've been asking. Me knowing him as a mother, he never took a life. They took my baby from me, and I can't never get that back. And I'm mad. I am mad. I am angry. I'm angry how I've been treated. I'm angry how the media put my son out to be. I never raised a coward. I got 3 boys and a daughter. All my kids strong.
Authorities say detectives are actively working to gather facts surrounding the case as the community mourns a life lost too soon.
Will justice be done? I can promise you justice will be done. Greenville isn't ready for the kind of mass protest we will have if justice is not done.
When this young man took his last breath, we all know this ain't the last death. And no matter how much his mother begs and plead, and I beg and plead, and no matter how many prayers we put up, and visuals we do, and kumbayas we do, and all this stuff, ain't nothing gonna change until our heart change.
As Neal's family waits for answers, they reflect on the impact he made in his short time on Earth.
I know who my son was. but I know how gentle I know how gentle he was.
We're told Neil died just weeks before his 19th birthday on August 23rd.
Only the strong survive, and no weapon formed against me shall prosper. Me and my son was a strong believer in that.
In Greenville, Scarlett Liz-Jack, 7 News.
Now, if you have any information on this case, you're asked to call Greenville Police at 864-467-5371. We're continuing to follow developing news out of Atlanta here, where a police officer was shot and later died while responding to reports of a shooting near the CDC yesterday. Law enforcement officials tell CBS News that a motive they're exploring is that the gunman may believe a COVID vaccine conspiracy theory. Dave Malkoff has the latest.
The sound of rapid-fire gunshots rang out at this Atlanta area CVS Friday afternoon. The ground later covered in shell casings. Police say 30-year-old Patrick Joseph White of nearby Kennesaw, Georgia, was found dead on the second floor of the CVS, armed with a long gun. Several other firearms were also recovered. Across the street, the CDC, one of the nation's most prominent public health institutions. The CDC director says 4 buildings were hit, bullets through the windows at the end of a busy work week with people inside. Nearby Emory University sent out a campus-wide warning: run, hide, fight. Dozens of officers responded. It is unclear if the suspect took his own life or was shot by authorities.
Be advised at this time we're getting additional call of an officer down.
Police say 33-year-old Officer David Rose of the DeKalb County Police Department was shot and killed.
This evening there is a wife without a husband. There are 3 children, 1 unborn without a father.
Outside Emory Hospital, fellow officers lined up for him, and this morning lowered flags to half staff. This man, who told us he's worked at the CDC for over 20 years, was overcome with emotion thinking of Officer Rose. None of his colleagues were injured, but he feels they were the targets of this violence. Officer Rose had only joined the DeKalb Police back in September. Before that, he served 4 years as a Marine with a deployment to Afghanistan, only to lose his life back here at home on this corner. Dave Malkoff, CBS News at the CDC.
Senator Bernie Sanders visited Asheville today as a part of an ongoing tour across the East Coast. Sanders, a former Democrat, is now a registered independent who did not hold back on his criticism of the Democratic Party. During his speech tonight, Sanders addressed issues he says that are a threat to democracy, including President Donald Trump's policies. Sanders accused Trump of worsening inequality and betraying the working class.
Donald Trump comes into office and I am the champion of the working class. I just love workers. Well, this guy is not only a pathological liar, he is a fraud of the worst kind.
Now, the former presidential candidate has called for more progressive programs, including universal health care, raising the federal minimum wage, and free higher education.